Hello, and welcome back to the Underground Podcast, brought to you by Ghostly Connection. On today's episode, we will feature Combat Mommy. Combat Mommy, formerly known as Ancient Mariner, is a songwriter and producer who favors an analog-heavy hybrid of digital and analog instruments. She'll showcase some of the music from her album, Things Are Okay, I Guess, which you can buy now on Combat Mommy's Bandcamp page. You can find more info at Things Are Okay, I Guess on Instagram. Here is Chance, aka Combat Mommy, and our hosts, UV and Ghost of Balar.
Volume Who Knows? Here with Combat Mommy, Yeet! aka Ancient Mariner,
hello,
aka Chance.
Mm-hmm.
What's up with y'all?
Mm-hmm. The living in this fucking city right now.
Which one?
In COVID. Seattle, Washington, 150 days of protests.
How do you feel about COVID and protest? What's your take on Seattle right now?
Oh, we're fucked.
Yeah?
We're seeing a lack of cultural engagement that we probably haven't seen in the last decade or two.
What do you mean by that lack of cultural engagement?
I'm a DJ, so when I go out, I'm like, hey, I go play the show, and then the people at the show are the people they're your homies, but they're also your coworkers. Yeah, they're also your compatriots and peers. And now that there's not live music, and now that there's with this sharing economy shit and this online shit, now it's okay, well, if you're not really good at that, if I'm not very good with the Twitch stuff. Yeah. I'm not very good with the...
Yeah, I feel that. I'm not a technological person either.
I mean, look at my fucking setup. It's all analog. There's no computer.
That gives it the sound. That's the extra spice.
Yeah.
Analog, you say?
Yeah.
So you feel like, that's an old tricky play back in the book of music, you know? So you're telling me you got that old school type funk with you, huh?
I do.
Okay. Straight up post up on an Instagram photo with a taco bowl.
Yeah. That picture with the thumbs up, that kills me every time, bro. And it's because I get a good laugh at the theater of it all. At this point, there's real problematic bad shit that Donald Trump is doing.
Man,
but the theater
tweets.
of it. The tweets.
He's the first president to tweet.
Straight up went up. What did he say? He said something the other day. I was screaming. Oh my god.
Oh, he tweeted yesterday?
Yeah, he tweeted something.
Oh my god.
He tweeted something the other day.
Oh my god.
I screamed. It's because it's there's a. Oh no! Remember in the first presidential debate? Yep. This guy, he goes up to Joe Biden and basically says, "Yo, your son, a drug addict, and a bum.
Yeah.
You ain't shit. I'm Donald Trump, bitch." I can see why. I get people's charisma. I get why people like him.
Donald Trump sounded way better in the second debate than Joe Biden. That's what I thought.
I don't think it's.
What did he do? What is he doing?
I don't even know.
He doesn't even know. He doesn't give a fuck anymore. He's ready. He's ready to die.
No, because remember, Donald J. Trump has nothing to lose whether or not he wins the presidency or not. He doesn't literally have anything to lose. Because if he wanted to be president still,
he gonna be up for president.
He would
literally be president for 4 years. Just
like he won the first time, all he would have to do would be the same exact thing.
Do y'all think you think he wants the job again? Or do you think his supporters want it? He's doing it for him.
No, he does not want the job. He wants to maintain the power.
He does,
because remember, so long as he's in presidency, he can't get indicted for his crimes.
Absolutely.
That's why he's 10, 12 more years. He wants to be president till death.
Yeah.
Put it this way. If Joe Biden wins, people will be too distracted about Joe Biden. Donald J. Trump will go to the shadows.
He's going to fucking go into the sunset.
And that's when he goes into the sunset. As if he's already been planning. Where's his land? He already told you. China. Oh.
And there's a lot of money. Like, I think that a lot of Donald Trump's endeavors in the White House have been just, I'm gonna fucking set up my people.
Business.
Yeah. My business, my shit.
Everybody stays in Trump hotels.
Everybody, even Secret Service.
It's just, I think at some point it's like there's a beautiful quote from this investigator who was a commissioner, I think, for this group that was looking into police brutality in 1967 with the Watts riots and stuff like that. And what the commissioner was basically saying at the time was like, we've seen this before with the with post-reformation. We've seen this before with the Watts riots. We've seen this before with Rodney King. We've seen this before with a lot of these things. And he says it's almost as if the American political circus continues to go on. We watch the same show and then we leave and we come back and buy the same peanuts every single time. And I think that's me paraphrasing like very widely on that, but I think that's kind of what that's where we're at right
it's
here.
Like things don't change really until you change them. It's like, what's really changed since the fucking day America's been founded? It's still the same mental patterns in what's going on.
Not to mention Bernie Sanders was literally the epitome of putting all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
Was the epitome of like,
they tried to Jesus Christ him.
They did. And so he got put in the hospital for 3 days, came out and was like, I'm going to just work with the people. He said, I literally give up with politics. I can't do this shit anymore. I've been in the game longer than you guys have even realized me. So I'm going to literally take my efforts and move to fucking Cleveland. That's pretty much what he fucking said, bro. He said he was going to take his shit and move to Cleveland. Now he's working
with Joe Biden.
Now he's working alongside Joe Biden because he hates Trump and knows that Trump is only in it for actual business. But Joe Biden is not even going to remotely fucking listen to Bernie, and you know it. Bernie knows that he has to literally stand next to the only blue that's left because the red doesn't even exist. There's literally just Trump.
Well, I was talking to my homie the other day, and he's like, I actually want Trump to win because I think it's going to collapse the whole United States.
Accelerationism. Yeah. Right now. I think another 4 years. I think 4 years of Joe Biden. Pop in here and it's just like, hey,
4 years is a lot.
Remember what we got? What did we get with Obama? We got 8 fucking years of we got Obamacare. We got gay marriage. We got but at the same time, there's also the flip side of that being, like, things stay the same. There's not really a lot of pushback, and I think America in particular has a very, very young political mindset. Like, we're a very young country, and we're based on slavery, hands down. And so when you look at the white power apparatus that is the United States government, a lot of people here are not ready to shulk the racial stuff. Yeah, well, that's the biggest problem.
We saw CHOP, that beautiful coming together. Yeah. What do you think we learned as a community from seeing that? And what did it do for the movement going forward?
I don't think we learned enough. Yeah. I don't think people in this city learned enough.
Nobody ever learned enough.
I think we learned collectively that the Seattle Police Department has a lot more time on their hands than we thought. That's one thing we learned.
Absolutely.
You thought, you just see them in the corner of your eye, and you walk down the street and you go quick, right? That's all you. When I see a cop, I'm just like, quick, wherever I'm going, bye. Yeah. But but they were there all day, just chilling, driving around all day, getting paid to, and I think what people could learn from this is that it's not even close to being over. This is just the beginning. A week from now is the election. They're talking about 500, 600 National Guard people getting stationed over here in Seattle. Wow. Because people are going to riot, and I definitely believe that there's going to be civil unrest again for the winter.
Yeah, because either Joe Biden wins and Trump contests, or Trump wins and Joe Biden contests. It's like once you bring up like contesting the election, it's going to happen. Yeah, somebody's going to do it no matter what happens.
Well, they said they won't be able to count the votes probably until December. With the way the mail's going too.
Yep.
Come on.
Fuck up the mail, then you can vote.
Right? I think a lot of it is, sinister in a lot of ways. I mean, Republicans and Democrats do a lot of gerrymandering and a lot of fucking voter suppression, but I think, the reality is it's like, people go say vote, 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 vote.
That's to distract you from doing anything. That's why I think there's been so much of like go out and vote. It's the most important thing you can do. Be like, no, the most important thing you can do is something in your actual life. Like go out and help somebody, go out and build a garden, go out and do something rather than just saying, oh, I voted, so I'm going to let my politician, if the world's not better, it's because fuck the politicians, know, go change some shit. Yeah. And that's what CHOP, I think, showed me. It's like, all right, if enough people have a collective will to do something, it's going to get done. Collective will is the real building block of power and not like fake ass shit.
I want to make it.
People.
Workers.
To
be more specific.
I want to make an analogy here.
All right.
When we think of a political platform that the entire world is on, where I'm getting at, if you take a garbage can and a recycling bin and say they were the same color, right? No one could tell them apart, but people know where they, quote, put their garbage, and people, quote, know where they put their recycling bin. All America did in this version, like what you were saying with the same peanuts thing, is take the garbage sticker, put it on the recycling bin, and take the recycling bin and put it on the garbage bin. No, they are the same two bins. They are the same two colors even, which are the same.
Shit.
And they're full of shit.
Full of fucking human feces.
But what you realize is that the recycling maybe doesn't look as bad. Yeah. And that's what you have with the fucking blue right now. Recycle. But then you have the red that practically doesn't exist. There's just Trump. So we already know it's fucking garbage to some capacity. Yeah. But yet you can't even tell. It pretty much is. Because what I'm trying to tell you is that the Republican Party has become the new radical because there isn't one. And the Blue Party has become radical by nature because they're literally conservative. Yeah. Do you want where the phrase
moderates easily?
This is getting to the point where the word nigger has simply been replaced with African American. Yeah. And that's what we're seeing. And that is literally politics in a nutshell, the mixed bin. And in CHOP, literally, that's what it was. People finally learned what it meant to recycle on a world front.
Every single major American election in the last 150 fucking years since the inception of this country has been based off of or based on the backs of African people, period. This election, too, look at it. Black Lives Matter, forefront of this election. Why won't Donald Trump denounce white supremacists? We know why. Why won't, why did the Democrats act corny, right? And that's why I think, with a lot of this red and blue stuff, we can't talk about the red and blue without the
black.
The black. And, maybe even some green.
Honestly.
Do you feel me?
No, I feel you. The gold standard is simply the fact that there are, as of this time, because my mom literally just sent me an article yesterday about how, the protest in Capitol Hill has even been turning away from Black Lives Matter. Yeah. Then now it's literally just other agendas. Have you guys ever heard the phrase Soros bucks?
Yeah, I've heard that a lot. What do you guys think of Black Lives Matter? I mean, I got my own opinions, but what do y'all think as black people?
Which one? There's at least 4 of them.
There's Black Lives Matter Seattle, which does good work. There's also the original Black Lives Matter Seattle, which is run by some fucking misogynist fucking piece of shit that we don't talk about.
Yeah, so keep your eyes out for. They're different. There's a lot of different.
There's a lot of different. I think the one thing, it's like BLM is much like Antifa and it's just conceptual
to exist. Yes. More of an idea.
It's just conceptual. It's it's a concept. I don't think it's. I think a lot of people, when they hear that the word Black Lives Matter, they think there's a cohesive unit or organization or group or whatever. And it's the reality is I'm a fucking communist. I'm a Muslim. And economically, I'm leaning as far left as you possibly could.
Yeah.
I don't know about the BLM thing though. I think it's been co-opted in a way that's not healthy for black people that are working in community work. Like,
I think that's why it got so big. It got co-opted, and they're like, blow it up. We already got the shit. You know. I think there's probably FBI.
Where were these people before? That's my question.
Yeah.
There's opportunities on both sides with an actual gain for a truest communal build, but it literally keeps getting bought out. When I say it's political, it's political. There are good things done, but over the politics of what people run it and how it's controlled and ran, you don't even have most of the black organizations on the same fucking page. Sometimes occasionally stealing from each other.
Yes.
Meanwhile, everyone's getting stolen from. Do you guys want to know some statistics? Chop over its advocacy of income that they were making due to the protest hit almost about 2 million.
Yeah, folks were making money.
You know how much the actual city, let alone black people, have seen?
Not a damn dime.
No, just about 300, 400K of $2 million though. Yeah. But that's it. And this is over the course since what? May. So from May till now, we're talking 2 million. You only seen 400K.
Okay, here's a question and an answer type thing, because I'm interested in what you think about this. Like, so we're talking about money.
We're
talking about niggas, and we're talking about money.
They calculated reparations to a dollar amount.
Okay, and I know. So that's where we're going with this. When we say reparations, to people that don't know, reparations to me as an African person is to repair the glory of black people, of African people. I think the monetary stuff is where people get chopped up, right? Because 400K is not enough. There's not enough money. How much money, billions and billions and billions of dollars we've made for whites? Years of labor, thousands of years of human beings' labor. They created an entire society on our back for free.
Yet we're trillions in debt with the Chinese.
And you know why they're in Africa? Because they feel sorry for us. They said, hey, we're going to kill the white people and we're going to beat them in business. We'll help you guys out, but also you guys need a job. That's they're over in Nigeria, they're over in Mali.
Stuff. But like, then we see how the U.S. does it. We can do that.
Yeah,
but then also the U.S.
Neo-imperialism, baby.
Now remember, the U.S. and their hero politics is also another whole thing, because what we have is a hero playing role of the United States, no longer working for the world structure.
Yeah.
For example, when you think about
the window.
When you think about the east side of Africa, there's your Cold War.
Eritrea, Somali.
Did you catch that? I said, when you think of the east side of Africa, there's your Cold War. When you think of the west side of Africa, there's your Crusades. When you think of America, think of your civil unrest. Think of your Civil War. And lastly, when you think of Europe, think London in the summertime. Remember Brexit?
Yeah.
Britain left. They said, fuck you, we're making our own money our own way.
Well, it didn't quite turn out that way.
Yeah. It's political.
They're 4 or 5 years out from a hard pull from the EU, and
politics takes too much time. If they really want to do it, they could just be like,
they're probably 4 or 5 out easy. And on top of that as well,
look, it's 10 years to fix the fucking West Seattle Bridge. How fast can Brexit do?
Well, look at the pound too. That's the big thing that people don't think about. Is the only currency that Britain has is the pound. Everybody else uses standard, EU currency, euros. Yeah. And so, with the whole Brexit shit, I don't know, mate. I don't think that.
I got something for you.
What's up? I think it was a mistake.
Their political move,
economically a mistake.
Their political move is a representation of them trying to gain an independence over a monarchy of literal capitalism.
They just want to say
in the way
fuck
that
you
they want to control
the same way that people in America want to say fuck you to like big business and Hillary Clinton by voting in Trump. They were like, fuck you, EU. It's like they don't feel like they benefit from these trade deals and shit.
Now, you know what's...
Well, it's Tory politics.
Yeah, exactly.
It's Tory fucking politics, which is exactly what Donald Trump and Boris Johnson and Donald Trump would be buddies.
Fucking alike.
They would literally
look the same goddamn person.
Yeah, it's insane. They look like brothers. You seen that video, that picture of Boris Johnson with the fucking windswept hair and the bike helmet? Looking like an idiot.
Exactly.
Fucking, they play politics way different over there too. Like the fucking like the whole prime minister and the whole house system and shit that they have over there. People are a lot more ruthless, I feel like. Just how the politics, I mean, even for English people who are traditionally like are kind of nicer and hip 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 cheerio counterparts, you know, they're up in there yelling.
Well, they gotta be meaner. That's like they have so much. England has such a history of classism and oppression. It's like that just builds and builds and builds, and it runs deep in the undercurrent. Like here we have racism, there it's all class.
Yep.
And I wanted to make one final point before we go off to a break, so we can display some of the art that Combat Mommy has to show us.
Some of the art.
A little sample, whatever.
A little smooth jazz.
A little appetizer.
Sexual, serendipitous,
something beautiful to get your mind right.
Slipping, sliding.
From Seattle.
From Seattle.
Hey baby, I hear the blues are calling. Toss
the slippery city.
So I wanted to ask if you guys had seen John Wick 3.
No.
Parabellum. And why this plot. Okay, so you've seen it.
Okay.
You know, the phrase parabellum means even in peace, prepare for war. Right? Essentially. So I like to look at it like with BLM, the movement, and how it's been through Capitol Hill over the last few months. It has taken just about as many shifts as reflective as our own country has through the last 3 presidents in one set of time span. A few months.
We saw the Summer of Love to like 1998. I feel like
all with a mask on your face.
You got that 98 fucking revival too, because niggas got shot on Nagel Road.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
So that's you're right.
Wow.
That's the irony.
Yeah. Like it was a whole flashback and everything. Brought a lot of big, strange.
That's political as fuck.
Yeah.
It goes to show you that realistically, there would be nothing wrong with BLM if it continued to literally grow on the same stature that it had been from per se when Chop had first started and actually maybe got the idea and then the fist up, minus some of the other shady, pointless politics that even went on from the location it was in Cal Anderson Park specifically, because it already had its own politics. Is the fact that to be able to see that type of build, the rising of literally all cultures to turn Seattle maybe even to recognize its potential to be one of the biggest Mesopotamian capitals in the world with more ethnicity than they ever even knew what to do with, based on the fact that there simply aren't even a lot of people that even that are black that even live in Seattle anymore.
7%.
It's just low as fuck.
That was the last numbers I checked, 2016, and we're looking at 8 or 9%. That was the numbers. Wow. So
the only thing left
15,
right now,
16 and 95, I think 96
is like, it's gonna sound ironic, but this is to simplify it. John Wick status, like you're gonna need more than one fist. You're going to need about 2 fists. You're going to literally need the unison. You're going to, because if they took the time to take a crane and put that there because it was that heavy, and then have the time to take it away, this movie or movies rather, have got to stop playing on themselves based on the politics of just how much money it's going to take to buy something out, even a location for how you want it to look like politically, rather than actually standing up for the fucking lives that you would even claim it even mattered for from the beginning. People have literally forgotten about George Floyd and all the other people that have died so much they removed the mural. I want you to know that there is literally no mural. I used to, when I on my most manic days, used to go back to the mural just to get a little bit of John Wick energy sometimes, because I was out there day, night, and then some. Still have the biggest tent at the park. I'm not even there. I'm doing too much shit. I'm gonna leave it with this. We're gonna need at least 2 fists, both of them up, probably fucking cuffed, because it's going to be a cold winter, and then the politics of whatever you would claim would even need to buy this area, keep your money. We want the fucking communal progress. Period. People are going to need actual blankets, clothing, and shelter. Will you even find the black people this time? Or are they not a part of looking fancy enough because you won't come out because it's cold? Or
well, it's not
you
hip
claim
anymore.
The pandemic is going to kill you quicker.
It's not hip anymore to care about Negroes, so they don't.
No,
I'm serious. They
you know
just
what's what's still trendy? Mass, and that's where I'll end it. John Wick wore none. Mask off.
Catch you back after this break.
Oh, I actually have a song I want to show.
Let's demo it. Oh, you on the vocals? Oh, yeah.
This is some newer stuff.
You got a title?
Huh?
Title?
You're dead, bitch.
Look at this. The real funky feel.
You fucking dead, bitch. You died.
What inspired this one?
Oh,
You're dead, bitch.
did you really just ask me that? Damn. You just don't have any manners. Jeez.
I mean,
I'm just playing. That's your job.
the aesthetic is
No, I don't know. It's
still there.
I was just kind of feeling like, I don't know, like my mom died when I was a kid. And like, that was shitty. And, you know, like, I think about that sometimes. And I'm like, you know, I never really got the chance to know them, you know. And you grow up without that connection. I mean, my parents that adopted me were decent people enough, you know. It's just like, there's like this pain, I guess. There's like a hole that you can't really fill, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, you're dead, wake up, psych, you're dead, bitch. Which is such a big mood, yo. Like, everybody's really just, lately just kind of like in this, you know, you have to kind of force yourself to get up out of bed. Like this album, this tape that I'm working on, because this is from the tape. Like, I have a guy working on my album proper right now. That's, this tape is probably just going to be called, like, Bass Powder or some bullshit.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I've just been working on, like, kind of more jazzier, kind of happier stuff. And I ended up getting a butt ton of new equipment, too, which really helps.
That's always good for the inspiration.
I think the irony of this track is the fact that it really is jazzy as hell.
Right? It's so alive.
It is.
This is an alive track.
Yeah. It has a real super jazz feel.
And it's like a whisper, you're not screaming.
Yeah.
It's like a reminder through an echo versus like it coming from like any wild. So it could have been.
Yeah, because it could have come from a place of like anger or frustration, but it's more of just a place of understanding, you know?
Yeah.
Like
it's a song accurate than it is a fucking.
Like, it's just a fact. You're fucking dead, bitch. You're dead, wake up, psych.
You're dead, bitch.
You think that this is actually probably one of the best songs I've ever made. I don't normally do vocal stuff ever.
This one or this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're vocal. You got a beautiful voice.
I know. Everyone tells me I should do TV or radio.
Would you perform a
What?
piece like this?
Perform something like this? Yeah, it's just gotta be loud enough.
I can do that.
Yeah, just crank it, and I'll play as much music as y'all want. It's just too quiet.
Let's get it.
God, isn't that hard?
Yeah.
I like the dead.
Was this all pre-recorded or has it been looped in?
This is just on a loop.
Okay.
But yeah.
You know, the funniest part for this one being on a loop is that it's jazzy enough to keep different elements while still looping.
Exactly. Like, you could hit this one with anything, really.
You've been learning a lot from those YouTube, kind of separated word beats. Those get pretty spacey like that.
Combat Money coming to study, lo-fi study near you. Put her on your playlist.
Here, I'll explain. For example, I think this is how regular people spell combat mommy, but after you hear the vibes of this, I think it's...
I spell it one word.
This is working. Can you use the mic? Is that pick?
You know, and like, this stuff's what?
You know how the internet sometimes when you see the separated letters,
Yeah.
and it gets to like...
Is that your handwriting?
Yeah. Is it terrible? I'm sorry.
No, it looks good. I was just surprised because it just doesn't fit you at all.
I have a teacher as a mom. What don't you know? I'm a school nerd.
School nurse.
Shout out Tina. Let me crash at our house the other day when my car broke down.
Finally, the third, the unique, all one.
Like, that's kind of just the vibe I'm just shooting for with a lot of this stuff. I can't give you guys everything.
Yeah. You gotta save some stuff for the, release.
I gotta show you maybe one more prop.
That's hot. That's hot.
Oh, I'll show you guys this one.
It's good. I'll bump this.
It's just sleepy, relaxed, you know.
It's like
I'm never bored when I'm serenaded.
Combat Mommy is kind of a fake moniker in a lot of ways, you know.
Yeah, tell us about that name because you did just change your name from Ancient Mariner.
Yeah.
Why the name change and what does the new name represent to you?
Well, I'm in a completely different place in my life. Like, I started my transition and like started taking estrogen about a year and a half ago.
Yep.
And
it's not even that long ago.
I know, it's not even that long at all, but but these titties though. No, like it's crazy because when I first made that decision, I was also kind of like going through some stuff and like, you know, having a falling out in a relationship after being with somebody for you know, for 3 years, you know. And then you kind of move on and you kind of advance and you grow a little bit and, you know, like, I don't know, I just thought it was kind of time for a change.
Yeah.
You know, and also, like, everybody knows me as Ancient Mariner and I don't know, I just feel like the music itself, it's just not as wet. It's not as wet by the ocean, sleeping, you know, in a tent. It's more like, you know, I feel like the music that I'm making now is more it's just more combat oriented.
It's for a new time, you know.
It's just a new era, you know. And I am combat mommy. I mean, shit. Like, look at me.
I see you at the club wearing a bulletproof.
Yeah, literally.
Literally. Shout out Chop Suey 8 months ago. So
funny.
He's ready for combat.
We are ready for combat.
And to set off a fire concert, you know?
Always.
What's the most combat-oriented experience you had at a concert? Was it your own or someone else's?
Oh, mine, for sure. I've almost beat people's asses at my own shows.
Have you? Or have you just almost? You don't want to get into it. That's
question.
Fine. Next question.
Okay.
Don't come up on Combat Log and say some dumb shit.
No,
is all we're saying. Nobody needs that.
Not advised.
Nobody needs that.
Do you feel like you're the type of artist to use their like energetic emotions like rage or like hate in like a way you can outlet it to your music that like really
that resonates?
Yeah, because like for example, you know that last track, you know, with just the "your dad bitch."
Yeah.
You know, I had to ask about that just a little bit, but like, are you the type of person that kind of has those moods and can really transfer that to sounds as well?
Yeah.
Like, because it was ironic, like I said, because, you know, the "you're dead bitch" being whispered and the jazzy vibes was like, whoa.
Well, there's a lot going on. Like, I have bipolar disorder and I have schizophrenia. So, like, I'm
that's a combo.
Fucked, yo.
There's a lot going on.
That's a combo.
You put that in the music.
That's all the music
Kanye is your best friend.
Well, that's all the music is. I mean, like, you can hear, like, what's the dichotomy of man is, like, what? Love and hate, right? Like, and that's literally that's what I find myself, like, being bipolar, like, I know mania and I know depression so well that, like, I cherish those experiences and I kind of feel like I have an extra, you know, like a kind of an understanding of those emotions because they cycle so rapidly for me.
You've experienced them. It's not a new game to you.
Yeah, like I think that the art that I'm making has always been. I think it's you know, I could close my eyes right now, and I could literally just press a key on here that sounds good and make a beat. And you know, it's just, oh, here it is, love triangle. Like, I mean, it could be any mood. It's like,
wanna make a beat and bring it down for us? Let us know what's going on with it. Why are you doing the stuff you're doing?
Yeah.
Is that the one that sucks, you said?
No, this one's too fire. I can't. Okay. Do I have to keep it?
It's cool.
It does sound like an underwater calling of a sort.
We could listen to it.
I'd rather
why don't we just listen?
Yeah.
Let's just let that one ride.
Yeah. There's underwater.
Yeah.
Vibes.
I don't know. All my music is emotional. I just think that I'm still learning how to be emotional and like understand what that means.
You're the only one in the game putting your emotions to Minecraft beats underwater.
Yeah, like I want to make music for like game devs.
That would be sick.
And shit like
Hella
that.
game
like,
devs would want that.
Dude, like this. Listen to this right now.
Game devs, hit her up. Link into the description.
Seriously, hit me up if you're doing an indie game or a project or anything like that. Like, I'm super interested. I'm more than capable. Yeah.
Shout out to the game dads out there.
Shout out to me pissing on Ronald Reagan's fucking grave.
Shout out to depression.
Shout out depression as well. Jesus Christ.
Reagan getting pissed on in the grave or on grave, either or.
I'm so pissed that I didn't bring up.
Catch me on your block.
Cause y'all, we would.
Next time.
That sounds provocative. Does that get the people going?
Oh my god.
Nice.
I know, right? It's kind of like some of it's like there's some of the stuff I've been working on is like a little.
Show me the scariest
little.
Yeah, spook season. Sneak peek. Ooh, when's the album coming out? When's the tape? Tell us about that.
That actually
right there
startled me.
Yeah. You should be scared. I'm bad. This shit is fucking terrifying.
It's the shit. If you're hearing this, don't go in your Reddit.
I don't. My own.
Go straight there and start thinking.
Yeah, you might have a ghostly connection.
People expect. Oh, shout out Jerry Loso. Shout out Fat Tone. Shout out Fuck Clan. Shout out Super Six Club. We winning. www.buyacidhere.com. Get yourself some Peace PE. Get yourself a t-shirt. Cop that shit. Help out black people, and specifically my brother Derry, who has been working his ass off. So that's a little word from our sponsors there.
Check it out.
Isn't that a sick name too?
Yeah.
Jerry.
www.buyacidhere.com.
That's a crazy.
All one word.
The domain name hasn't been taken.
Yeah.
We're getting a new beat from scratch. Gonna break it down live.
It's hard to hear because I have fucking afro over my ear, and you guys are behind me directly.
You want to throw the headphones on?
Yeah.
Oh wait, I had a pre-question. Before I get into my hard-hitting questions after we go into a break later. Yeah. How's your spooky season been? How has this October?
I love this time of year. It's my favorite time of year. I get the fuck up, like, cause my birthday is in January. I'm a winter baby. So
yeah.
So this is like the start
Aquarius
of it.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
When's your birthday? What's
January 1st.
Mine's the 4th.
Fuck yeah.
Oh my god. You're really a New Year's baby?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love that. That's very special.
Come fresh like the new year.
Yeah. I like this time of year because it's growing up out here in everyone from the Northwest gets that, it's very Ivers, clam chowder, 3 hoodies, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Drunk, running home from the bar.
We're back in November. 2/3 of the Seattle season, which is just cold and gray.
Exactly. Well, I wasn't really fucking with the summer other than us having to get our shit kicked in.
Yeah.
This summer was a little wild one.
It was a wild one for sure.
There were I had the hospitality.
Oh,
yeah. There's no hospitality tent in the winter. There's just Korean being hospitable. Hospitality has the word hospital in it. Keep that in mind. Also, this music is healing.
Blessed with healing frequencies.
Nah, it's straight healing. Comes through in a frequency. Frequently. Combat mind. Shout out the underwater caves in Minecraft.
So we got the loop.
So you start the loop right there. So we're doing this real time, okay? So we have this playing. You press this button, right? To record the loops as they go. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start my layering project here. right? So you add a little bit of add another layer in here, right? So
yeah,
we have this happy, like, kind of,
who would drive this beautiful, peaceful soul into combat? Don't do it. This is what combat mommy can give. This is the mommy. Don't make her go to the combat.
Those sounded like Kirby punches. Die!
Okay. We're getting there.
Clean.
Pretty clean, right?
Oh, yeah.
Then we add the rest of the kick drum and the snares and all that stuff, right? And then you go over the layer, lazy, on the first beat, and then then you'll hear the syncopation on the second round of the beat. But it's just the little things, you know.
So how long is this loop right now? This whole thing.
I'm trying to think of how many bars it is. 4 times 8? 7?
Yeah, it's a lot.
Maybe like a really slow 8.
Okay, save before we forget. All right.
Just save your music.
I feel like it needs. What do you think I'm missing?
Bring out the bass.
Yeah, the bass. Probably.
Gonna go put in the live instrumental bass.
Boys, how low can you go? Death row. What a system though.
Death row.
The bass.
The bass. Junior Mafia.
How am I sounding right now, y'all?
Fucking good.
Is this nice?
This is sounding real smooth. Video game developers, I know you're out there. Hit her up.
Please,
I think this is
hit me up.
evidence in and of
Slick
itself.
Rick Productions.
This new album is gonna be fire. I have a lot that I'm looking forward to in my life. One of the things I'm looking forward to is kicking my father's ass. The next time I see him, if I ever see him again, Milton, wherever you are, if you ever hear this, I hope you fucking choke on a bone. But yeah, I'm just trying to be a happier person. I'm getting a lot of pussy lately.
Fuck yeah.
So like
That helps.
That helps. I'm in an I'm in an excellent relationship. Like, I just want to shout out to Dante, my partner, for helping me lately.
Real shit. You need that
real
help
shit.
so you
Nah,
can
for
go
real.
grow.
Shout out
I'm in
Dante,
love,
the
nigga.
partner.
I'm such a bum. I'm so sorry.
And
everybody.
Dante
I'm in
the
love.
Inferno.
Dante's cool. Y'all, Kareem's met Dante a couple times. You'd like Dante. They're pretty cool.
I'm sure if you're fucking with them, I'm sure they're cool.
Yeah. No, they're lame. That's why I gave him a shout out.
Ooh. Hey, well, at least get your clout up, Dante.
Get your clout up, Dante.
Maybe one day.
Get your clout up,
Get a
Dante.
real fucking job, Dante.
Get a real fucking
You
job,
goddamn
Dante.
painter.
You goddamn painter.
Speaking of painters,
Wax on, wax off.
shout out Carolyn.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out Carolyn.
Shut up or shut up? Shut up, Carolyn.
On Weed Talk with
Say
Walt.
it to her face, though.
I could never.
Good.
Amazing.
I could never. I can't. My love for Carolyn's too deep. I'll have to shut up now. Shout out, Carolyn.
Here with this guy?
Linda. Yeah. I'm trying to go.
I might end up sending this to Carolyn. So she can send it to all her girlfriends.
I'm just trying to get this guy.
Be proud of her little man.
I'm not sure. Also,
She literally had to tell me she doesn't date people under the age of 30.
hey,
I got 7 more years,
shout
people.
out to Walt.
6.5, really. I could wait.
We Talk with Walt. YouTube.
Check it out. Walt Diz, future podcast guest.
Walt Diz is on the stream right now.
Oh, shout out.
Shout out to Walt. Turd Disney. Also known as Walt Diz. Also known as Disney Gang, right?
Disney Gang.
Okay, so we're not getting a low.
Yeah, I can't even. Maybe it's just too quiet.
Sure.
Maybe if I switch mic to that.
There we go.
Okay. Ooh, that's it.
Shout out those curvy punches.
I know, right?
You lucky underground watchers get serenaded with layers. If you try to combat us, we will slap you. Combat mommy.
It's so awful, it's good.
I love it.
Like, that's the thing that, like, people will be like, that's not awful, it's really beautiful, Chance. Like, what a well thought out, well spoken, like, piece of art that you've made. And I'm just like, I hate this, and it's stupid.
God, you are an
I feel-
artist.
You already expressed it. I feel that with my own art sometimes. You express it, and then you're like, once you express it, you're like, why did I even think that in the first place?
Why do you even do anything, bro? Like,
Yeah.
you know the coolest thing in the world? To not ever fucking worrying if you're cool or not?
True.
You know what I think would be cool?
What, baby?
If we could get some more punches in there.
Yeah?
That'd
What
be
if I
dope.
did this? What if I saved it? What if I perfectly saved it with all that in there? And then I played it, and then I did this. and then I just hit the reverse button on it and fucked your heads up.
Wow.
Really bad. What if I did that?
That's the potential she's even working with. Flip the whole thing. You might never
don't
even know.
Understand. I just flipped the whole beat. Reverse.
You heard about the reverse card in Uno.
Yeah. Dude.
What you know about this?
Fucking blue eyes white dragon in this bitch.
Blue eyes, white devil.
Yep.
We're gonna take a small break. And when we return, the earth itself will shake. Bless her.
This is terrifyingly beautiful.
For blessing your eardrums.
And very creative. Thank you. That look, that sinister. I feel. Shall feel. Until next time. Jesus. Did we say that the same?
No, we are. I felt like I. Did you just jump into my body for a second, cousin? Yo, don't even look at me anymore. We just had a sister moment.
Damn.
We just had a Tia Tamara moment for real. Sister.
Actually, you know
Never
that,
knew how much I missed
you know that
her.
song by Doja Cat?
Yeah.
Like Tia Tamara. Yeah, Tia Tamara. Yeah, Tia Tamara. My people, man, yeah.
My bitch, I shop at IKEA.
I got good ideas. She said, I don't see her. I've been saying like Tia Tamara. Yeah, Tia Tamara. Tia Tamara. Yeah, Tia Tamara. My friend go like, yeah.
The move, we got green.
We're better than that.
Charlemagne the God. Angela Yee.
Look at that the name check on the podcast.
DJ Envy.
Slick. No joke. And we're back, baby.
With the loop.
Oh, there you go. There you go. No, we got it
the
here.
Music. We heard the politics. It's time to get into the soul.
Are you ready, Combat Mommy?
I'm ready.
So, every type and set of questions I've asked, and we've done more than 5 of these.
Yeah, 5.
There have been various ways I've done these hard-hitting questions. Sometimes I ask you 7 straight ones. Sometimes I get into like a theme and I ask you a theme set of questions. Mm-hmm. And I even ask preliminary questions.
It's like letting a little kid like get his part of the project. Like I love y'all. This has been such a great time. Goodbye, Kareem. You thought you were doing the flaming.
No,
nah.
It's Chance hitting you.
I'm hitting you with the hard. 7 questions, nigga. Are you ready? Number 1. You have.
What is it?
17 basketballs in your backyard. A rabbit comes to your house, takes 4 of them, and an ocelot comes and takes 3 more. How many basketballs do you have, cousin?
I expect more of them, so they might have borrowed my first 7, but they're gonna be back for my other 10.
Up. Okay.
I'm still coming up because they may give them back.
Fair. All right.
Let's go.
Hit me with a second. Give me
I'm
what
not gonna do 7. I'm bored of this.
Okay.
It's your job. I don't want to do it.
I got you.
Just kidding.
So let's start off with the first scalped book.
Yeah, because I've read all those. Just for context, everybody, this fucking person, we were in the car literally an hour and a half ago, 2 hours ago, and I had found the magazine on the back seat or whatever. And now we're gonna get into these questions. So
Scalped themed.
Oh, okay.
Scalped is a comic series by Jason Aaron and R.M. Gurera, as well as many other illustrators, but main story by Jason Aaron, of a series of a Native American's journey through the Wild West. Vivid detail, one of the goriest things out there. So these are going to be raw by nature.
Combat.
So
let's go.
I'm going to have you take a look at this image. I'm going to read the back caption question, because it's always, Wild Westy. And then I'm going to ask you the question based on the title. Indian country. Is he back to set things right or just to get a piece of the action? Indian country. First hard-hitting question is, where do you think you fit into your country?
I think it's a good question. I think a lot, especially with like what's been going on lately and with the current political climate. I'd like to say like I wanted to. My initial reaction was to say I don't fit in here. I really, but I don't think that's fair, and I don't think that's fair to the legacy of Black people in America either. I think we belong here. I think that Native American people belong here more than we do. So if you want to rank that system from who belongs here the most to the least, I don't know what the question was. What was it again?
Essentially, where do you think you fit in your country?
I feel like I think Black people, and me particularly as a Black person, I think I fit in as an entertainer, as a tap dancing clown in a world of fucking insanity and negative trash. I like to entertain. I think that's where I fit in. I think there's room for me. I think there's room for people like me.
The rugged beauty of the Badlands.
The beautiful tunes.
And even a brutal scalping or two.
Truly.
Where do you think you fit in this country amongst violence? Because now, this is still the first question, and you did answer it. Where do you think you fit in this country amongst violence? It's a violent series. Where does violence fit in?
No, I'm more than happy to talk about my affinity for hurting people. No, I.
What does that mean? Do you give out?
Am I the arbiter of the punishment? If in relation to like how I fit into this country with the violence, like I'm the one doling that. Like I would like to think that I have the capacity, and I've shown that I have the capacity for extreme violence. I think that I don't want to be violent. I don't like violence particularly. I think that there's I'm Muslim, it's truly, we're not going after nobody, but if that man puts hands on you, send his ass to the cemetery.
So the being just in combat mommy.
Just and swift and harsh punishment. Where are we at with it?
Any more question number 2?
I wanted to read, now armed with nothing but a set of nunchucks, a hell-bent for leather attitude of at least one dark secret, Dash must survive a world of gambling, gunfights, G-men, dog soldiers, massacres, meth labs, trashy sex, fry bed, Indian pride, thunder beings, the rugged beauty of the Badlands, and even a brutal scalping or two. Moving on.
Sounds like a fucking great night.
World.
Sounds like a great night, dude.
I wonder how wild your world is living in this country, Combat Mommy. We're going to dig into that. This second question is based on Casino Boogie. So it immediately gets a little funky.
Yeah.
What has Question number 2. What has been the funkiest collaboration that you have been a part of that you've truly enjoyed?
Just in general, or like
in general?
Yeah.
The funnest, the one that's like, oh my god, you guys, I
don't really work with other people often, to be quite honest with you.
Oh.
Like I mostly keep to myself. You won't see my name on another person's thing.
Oh, I see.
I think a lot of that is I'm a perfectionist. I want to start a band. I'd love for, but you see why I do it all myself?
Yeah.
I'm doing all this shit. I mean, that's a drum kit.
You have your own.
The guy going like this, going, and then all of us are up there doing the jazz and stuff. I just do it right here. I just get to do it by myself. I get control.
Get the full band.
So what's the funnest project that you've ever done then?
Probably this one, the one I'm working on right now.
I see.
I think that it's a lot happier. The music that's I've been making is a lot happier. It's a lot more mature.
Even during COVID?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I think, I mean, like, I'm not saying that everything during this period of time has been bad at all. I think a lot of what people need to be realizing right now is it's like this is a time to steel yourself before the coming storm. Like there are going to be more battles to be fought, and like I'm sitting here trying to enjoy myself. I'm sitting here, I'm making good music. I'm in an excellent relationship with my partner who I'm madly in love with. Like I have a fucking sick ass dog who is just the love of my life.
Shout out Bird Dog.
Shout out Bird Dog. I know you're probably listening. Shout out to you. I've been happy, man. I think this is my overall probably the best compilation, and it's because it's 2 parts of me. I feel like the going into COVID and where I am now. And those are almost two different people, even, I think almost all of us have undergone that.
For myself, definitely true.
What about it is the most enjoying aspect?
I've been trying a lot of new. I've been the one thing I'll ever be liberal about.
Okay.
2 things: my use of spices.
Word.
And the fucking amount of music that I will kind of force myself to move into. Like the other day I was making this beat and it was like, it wasn't just jazz. It was like, there was pop elements. There was these other different elements to it. And I think that's what's fun about a lot of this stuff is I'm still learning how to play this. Like, I don't know what the fuck this is. Like, it don't make no sense,
But you're still blending it in cohesively.
You gotta have it's ear mop. I've been playing this for less than a year. I want everybody to know that.
Been playing the bass less than a year.
Like, I don't play the bass. Nobody knows me to play the bass. Like, This is probably the first time anyone's seen me play the bass live. But, like, yeah, I've been playing this for a little bit, and I like it. It's fun. But, I don't know. I've been making music so I don't fucking do bad shit.
Yeah, gotta do something.
Do art instead of doing bad shit.
For tribal leader and organized crime boss Lincoln Red Crow, it's the fruition of 30 years of dreaming, scheming, and killing. For FBI Special Agent Dashiell Bad Horse, it's just another night risking his neck under cover in Red Crow's organization. For Dash's mother, Gina Bad Horse, it's a painful reminder of how things have gone irrevocably wrong. For wannabe Indian Diesel Engine, it's his big chance to prove himself to the Red Power movement. For the mysterious medicine man known as the Catcher, it's a night of signs and vision, and for one of them,
Indians.
It will be their last night on Earth.
Wow.
So, we're going to increase the intensity and say that you have a one-band boogie that you go off, and your modesty is the fact that you're having fun in the right now, even in the right now. That's some boss shit. That's some boss shit. I can appreciate that. On to number 3.
Question 3.
Previous one was a day in the life of hell on Earth, and you seem to be living it up. Blood runs thicker than water and drowns you faster too. Jesus, we got dark. We got dark. Now, my question here is, what is the darkest thing that's happened to you that you can say has reflected through your music? It doesn't necessarily need to be the darkest thing that's just happened to you ever. But what's something that was like really dark?
My music doesn't have words.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what I want. Like that's one thing I think that people don't get about me is I talk a lot and I'm a very flamboyant, rambunctious, precocious type of person. But the music I make is very mature, it's very reflective, it's very tonally quiet, loud, dynamic, you know, and I think it's hard to really kind of place that, you know, like place what is the darkest or something dark, because there's no words. It's just when you'll feel it when it reverberates in your chest when I'm on stage and there's the speaker and then that chord progression comes by, you know, and then you're kind of moved in a way that you're not normally used to. You know what I mean? Like, people hear my music a lot and they're like, this is fucking, like, what the hell? Like, I don't get it. You know, it's like, it just makes me feel something. I like it. They don't know how to describe it. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't either. That's why I'm like, okay.
That's why you make it.
Yeah, that's why I make it. Because it's a net loss for everybody if I don't.
Yeah.
You know?
And you feel that both in the physical and the emotional. Now, Dash finds himself entangled in two vicious murders. One involves a junkie whose orphaned children tug at Dash's frayed heartstrings. The other is even closer to Dash. His own mother has been slaughtered and scalped. With his loyalties more divided than ever, what will prove stronger, the blood in Dash's veins or his need to spill someone else's? Ooh. You need no words in your music sometimes, you feel.
Release that's coming out, like, and the tape and stuff like that, like all the stuff I'm working on, I think there's, out of the 30, 40 odd tracks, like maybe 4 or 5 have vocals. I just don't, you know, I think that I feel like a lot of the time that's a prerequisite for a lot of people to enjoy music, is that there has to be like you have to have some sort of semblance of a voice, like a human or whatever.
Do you do any cover arts?
What do you mean?
Like cover arts, like
what is the art to your music when it's released? The cover art,
like a visual.
Oh, I'm gonna do this with this whole new thing. I'm trying to do I want it to be kind of an audio visual thing. Like, what's his name? I think the one thing that people that make beats are really fucking up. People that make beats don't do visuals. People that make beats don't do music videos. I think that's dumb. I think we should stop acting like that. I think we're rappers.
Yeah.
You know?
Everybody's an artist, you know. There's no limit.
Yeah, like I'm gonna, like this tape and stuff, like there's, you know, I'm working on visual stuff right now with like some friends and like, you know, like maybe like some claymation stuff and, you know, just like fun little stuff here and there, I guess. More so, that's the visual of it to me. I mean, I don't really have any, I don't have any chops when I can't really draw that well. I can paint all right.
Feel that.
But that's like music, you know. Yeah,
exactly.
It's very intuitive. It's feeling. Drawing is, you can't just feel a good drawing. No. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta be good at that shit.
Yeah.
You can't feel your way into making music like this either. Just so y'all guys know, at home, you can't feel your way.
Technical expertise.
You cannot feel your way into making music this good. You actually need to go to school and or play music for like 10 years. Just a little FYI. You know.
The time and hours, baby. The time and hours.
Yeah. Where we at?
Number 4. The gravel in your guts. The gravel in your guts.
What you get?
Lovers and madmen. I'll just start from the middle. No, actually, just get to the end. Once that nasty feeling gets into your guts, there's no telling what might happen. So, what are some stresses, Combat Mommy? What's been really grinding your gears?
The gravel in my guts is like I'm literally housing black people, and like I'm minding my business and working with my org, and we're trying to gather land. Like we're doing things, and my biggest gear that's been ground is like I don't have room to be a fucking person right now, and like a lot of black people here in the city who are making art here also don't have room for that. We don't have there's no like, you know, I don't get the space that I need to fucking like, dude, like we saw people get shot. Like we need to heal. Like and like I tell people all the time, I tell people this all the fucking time. I say black people we need reparations, but the key there is repair. We're a great people. We need to be repaired. We need to repair ourselves, and it's not just about money. It's about community. It's about making art. It's about economics, and it's about racial pride. And like I think a lot of people lately have been frustrated with me because I'm trying not to drink like a fucking I could hammer a fucking 18 rack in a day.
Yeah.
And I have been. And I could, but I've been drinking like maybe 4 or 5 beers a day. Yeah. And like that's a lot to not like, you know, like I'm taking
some mental effort.
Yeah, well you have to and like dude, I'm an alcoholic. Like I'm fucking alcoholic. I literally get the shakes every fucking day when I wake up. I'm just trying to make music and not get shot. I'm trying to make music, be black, get a little bit of dough from the people that keep saying that they fuck with us when they don't. Why am I worried about paying my rent this month? Black lives fucking matter. What's grinding my gears? All of that. Plus 16 other things that I can't think of right now. And the fact that these other people in the world that we live in don't get it. And they don't understand. They just think that I'm whining and I'm some fucking asshole. And it's like, dude, if you were me, you would have fucking killed yourself already. You would have fucking jumped off a bridge. Y'all are pussy. You wouldn't have been able to handle this shit. I'm a fucking black faggot tranny. In that order.
I feel that.
So what's eating you, Gilbert Grape? That is what the fuck is eating me. God damn. I'm glad you asked. Because I don't think anyone's asked me that in the last year. What's eating you, Chance? Oh, wouldn't you like to know, Joe Schmo? Fucking Christ.
Word. Lovers and Mad Men. Keep that in mind. Lovers and Mad Men.
There's both. Two sides to every coin.
This is fucked up how you're doing this right now. This is like majorly fucked up. And
oh no.
I don't get it, but I'm trusting you.
I have
I'm trusting you on this.
You don't question.
You got a nigga vulnerable as fucking. I'm up in here like just whatever.
You know, they call this literally, quote, one of the best comics ever created.
Really?
Yep. And the same dude that made this made Wolverine.
Okay.
So it can't be that bad. And also, being that I have all 10 and my questions are only 7 of them, there's 3 that are just in the car. So just like look at those 3 for like literal fun, but like know that ironically when there's 3
questions that I'm not getting tonight.
No, because they're not a part of it. These were selected by divine purpose and order. So here's this one. For example,
what number is this, Cream?
Number 5. You're doing very well. We're on High Lonesome. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then you'd be like, yeah, High Lonesome. 5's a crowd. So you said you've been housing people?
Yeah.
And you've been looking for your own individual time to be a person?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not must have been a little bit difficult during this corona period. I remember seeing you at, the park there. We used to hang out at the Capitol Hill with the Park Cal Anderson. Yeah, and then, we had a little run-in and did a nice little few little blurbs on how the chop life was, during that time. And then, poof, the world kind of disappeared with Ancient Mariner. It came out with Combat Mobby in the trenches, and here we are at the underground. And, we thinking everything right now has got to be a little bit more tense yet chill because you are older. You're different. Things have changed. Things have shifted. And you're looking for your own individual time. How hard that must be. You did describe all 3 targets on your damn back. Along with the 16 things you can't name at this moment. So, we are here. Now a high-stakes heist has this powder keg of explosive personality set to blow. Before it's all over, blood will be spilled, secrets will be revealed, and Dash's life will never be the same.
Bro, this is fucked up. This is fucking...
My question to you.
What's up, baby?
What shit has changed you the most that has had you to some form of the high lonesome? What did it?
What did it?
What did it?
Nigga, I was on fucking heroin and I was homeless and I didn't have any friends. And then I got my life together and then I decided to be a good person and make music and help other people. And there's 2 choices for people. A lot of the time there's 2 choices for people. It's like you really do have the coin toss of good and evil a lot of the time. And I hate to make it so simplistic and like dichotomistic or whatever. I don't even know if that's the word.
No, it happens.
But like, I don't fucking know. I think that there's please, what's the question? My brain.
What's got you on the high lonesome?
Oh,
what did it?
Like, after going through dumb shit, I realized that like a lot of people won't get it. And a lot of people are ungrateful. Like, I love my mom. Shout out my mom. Shout out my grandma for fucking raising me to be a bitch that, like, has some fucking respect and some basic human decency. But, like, I have a hard time getting along with people that don't have... I think there's an argument for people that are empathic, but that's not most people. And I think that experience is no replacement for, hearsay is no replacement for like legitimate experience when it comes to life, right? And so like
I feel that.
Like I felt the most isolated in the last couple of years of my life, mostly just because like I'm very open with my emotions. And I'm very open with how I feel and how I'm moving in the world. And
so you already have that like training per se. Yeah. You don't need to kind of be like culturally challenged. You've already like experienced so many different niches to it.
Well, I grew up with my mom. I was adopted. So my older brother is white. My older sister is black. I'm black. My little sister's black. My little brother's Chinese.
That's about as underground as you can get.
Yeah, you feel me? Like, and that's like,
that's slumming.
My mom and my grandmother are Filipina, and they basically fucking raised me, Everything I could give a fuck about being an adult, like I could attribute, like all the good attributes I'd say, I could attribute to the things that they taught me. I don't know. I don't like to think that I'm adversarial, but lately I have been.
If 5's a crowd, that's a pretty damn big family to be growing up with.
Yeah.
In general.
5 is a crowd.
And you're still living with a decent amount of people in your space, huh?
Yeah. I like that. There's an element of home there to me. Like I like it. I like having a house full of people. It doesn't feel right to me when there aren't people in my house. Like, cause I've been housing some people, and like, for me, it's like, what am I going to do with the space anyways?
So you don't want a weekend loft with just one girl kind of chained to a bed, kind of asking for pills instead of food?
You know what I fucking want? You know what I want? I want what every black woman in America wants. To be able to get to the fucking bag and to be left alone. That's what I want. That's all I want. I don't want anything else. I don't need a fancy house. I don't need shit. I need a nice space where I could go when I need to sleep and be alone. Somewhere I could put my music equipment. Good people who like to make good food and that like to laugh. You've been to my house. My house is awesome.
Cozy vibes.
Yeah.
Filled with dope equipment.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Oakland.
Yeah, very, very Oakland. Very East Oakland in particular.
Jesus. Oh, God. The Popeye's chicken. That's all I gotta say. That's all I need to say. It's an experience thing. Just go there, have yourself some chicken. If you're vegan, try to eat a biscuit. Do whatever. Gotta go there though. Hope they don't spit in your food. They're nice people. They're just it's a culture thing. You're not real unless you've been had your food spat in for like zero reasons. We're in America, guys.
Yeah.
Like people that both deserve it and don't deserve it.
Guys, we're in America. So people should be allowed to spit in your food.
All right. And then
I'm just fucking with. Oh, you're mad.
Hang on. So we're on to the sixth question. We're almost done. We got 2 left.
All right.
We got the gnawing.
The gnawing.
Where the G is silent.
There's 2 wolves inside of it.
So you see all these dead people on the cover?
Mm-hmm.
Serious. Scalped is the best thing I've ever read in a long time. Dark, beautiful, and not for kids. Graphic storytelling at its best. Co-creator of Lost. So we're talking dark. But we've already been through the dark of Five's a Crowd, Lovers and Madmen, Dead Mothers, Your Boogie, and how you even fit in this damn country. That's in the past. What's bugging you today? Red in Tooth and Claw. Once the gnawing sinks its teeth into these desperate men, there's no telling who will be first to fall. What type of challenges have you overcome through making your music? What type of challenges are we looking at? What things have been gnawing on you? Like you couldn't do music or something? Like what blocked it off?
I was playing music downtown, homeless, in front of Pacific Place. Like I'm here. That's the thing that people don't understand. I'm here. Y'all could have seen me with my Korg in 2012, 2014 or some shit. Over at Pack Place, minding my fucking business. You know what I mean?
Accordion?
What?
The accordion?
A chord.
A chord. Oh.
Like that little. I have a micro Korg. Yeah, a little keyboard and a little beat machine. Plug it into the other one and sit on top of the amp and then just play all day. What's been gnawing at me? What challenges do I have, man? Fucking, I need a solid fucking mix master guy, dude. Like, shout out Ben, I'm sure you'll see this, and like, dude, I hope you fucking are working on that shit, please. I just need like the access is like, I feel like the biggest part that's been a problem. That's been the biggest challenge is just the access. Like I have no problem with the equipment. I have no problem with anything like that. I just don't know how to fucking record beats. I don't know how to make them sound nice and put them in a WAV file and then make them an MP3 so they can be on the computer and they can sound okay. Cause like one time I tried to do that and I put the thing out and like, just on my SoundCloud for like 10 minutes and I tried to listen to it and the compression was shitty and you try to do it yourself and you get those kind of results. And so like I'm sitting here, that's the challenge. It's like the music's good. Nobody needs to fucking debate that anymore. Like, can we get me some money? Can we get me some studio time? Can we get niggas to fucking get this shit done? Like that's my problem. Is it's never been a challenge of getting to make music. I'll make music with a rock and a stick. I'll make a beat I'll pee in the toilet seat and tap my leg like this, and I'll make a beat, and it's like, you know, like everything is music, bro. If you're as jazzy and as funky as me, everything is music. Ain't no challenge, just no money.
So with that access comes responsibility. What could you say would be one worry you would have, even if you had all the access in the world?
If I wanted to even keep making music, or if I even wanted to make music at all, I think making music is fine. It's one thing when you have to market it, and I think a lot of this ties into like nicely into the age that we're living in Seattle too, with this like, it's just everything is very fucking Uber Eats. You know what I mean? And like just the idea like of Uber Eats, like the sharing economy, everything's so quick and now, and I need it, and there's no process anymore.
So you either need a team of nerds, or you yourself need to evolve that aspect into a team of nerds, and I believe you can do it.
Yeah, I don't think that I'll ever not have the juice. It's just a matter of like,
just the access. Can
I fucking have somebody do a music video for me? It's like, I can't do it myself. I have no fucking clue. With videography is like, I'm so far away from, like mixing and mastering, I'm so far away from, and so just that's what I've been trying to do, is cultivate community, so people, because people didn't like me for a while, because when I was making music, people are jealous that I'm beautiful and I'm good at shit, and I get paid to go on stage and say fuck white people and make beats all day, and like everybody gets mad about that, but it's just, that's how it goes.
Hate us because they ain't us.
If I suck so bad and I'm such a bad person, how come people constantly book me to do shit and bother my ass? But anyways, go ahead. What were you saying?
You are on the final lap.
The final lap.
The soul stone.
I'm finished all in it. I'm all in it. Yeah, I'm having a Don Toliver phase recently, guys. So if you don't realize now that Astroworld is still in the Astro World, but look, right now I'm in a Don Toliver phase. Don Toliver. So heaven or hell, heaven or hell, baby, heaven or hell. That's the one. So we're on our final question here, Res Dog, but that's how you gotta feel, because you see this cover. How it's a helmet covered in blood and chieftain and war. Looking at the back of this book, it looks like this one takes place in the jungles of Vietnam. Yeah. So scalped. There we go. The intensity. Res Blues is the title of this one. The rhythm of life on the res is as familiar as a 12-bar blues, and it can get just as dark, down, and dirty. That's how we're gonna finish this one. Dark, down, and dirty. We've asked you 6 questions thus far, but your 7th question is more of a statement. It's a challenge.
Yeah.
Name 7 things, nouns, person, place, or things you do not fuck with, are not necessary for 2020. Right. Blizzow! You're going fucking Rambo.
Colonialism, liberals, white people, dogs smaller than 10 pounds, dogs smaller than 20 pounds,
You're at 4.
People getting frustrated over the mask shit, stop it and just get over it.
We're at 5. 2 more.
5. 2 more.
2 more things you hate.
2 more things I fucking hate. Donald fucking Trump.
That's 6. You got 1 more, baby.
And
1 more. I cannot fuck with this. Yeah. I will burn. It will burn harder.
You know what I don't fuck with? You're about to grab that cookie from the plate, and then you wake up and you're like, damn, I'm schizophrenic, and there's no cookies, and you're like grabbing worms out of the fucking garden.
Conditional mind situations.
Hate that a lot.
Combat Mommy. Find links to their stuff in the description. Check them out. Buy the album. Pre-order that shit. Buy it for your friend too, because they deserve the moolah.
Thank you, darling, for having us. This is the GC UV.
Hey, Chance, you want
Sign it down!
That's it, y'all.
That's a rip.